the fiscal agent for the grant work here in the state is the Minnesota Literacy Council, but St. Paul Public Schools has been tasked with leading the development of the content. And part of the digital literacy curriculum is accessing and using online forms for solving real-life problems. So we understand that there's a need and that there isn't access for everyone to be able to figure this stuff out on their own. So we're addressing it.
Any other programs that you guys are working with that are helping, especially, I guess in this case, adult learners and adult technology users access government services or participate in online conversations related to public policy?
Well, we also have a whole online curriculum supporting citizenship, which takes a lot of those forms that are published by the federal government and breaks them down into very understandable small packages. So that's another thing.
Great. Kevin, how about you talk a little bit about youth and civic engagement then? Yeah. That's a nice follow-up.
Absolutely. So I think that a lot of the skills that we teach at SPNN are definitely transferable to this idea of civic engagement. I think that I spoke to it a little bit earlier, but I think that figuring out ways to engage youth in their communities and to start talking about issues is a really great way to create, a well-formed citizen, someone who's willing to participate in their communities. So I definitely see this idea of digital literacy being transferable to this greater idea of civic engagement. One thing that I think I've given a lot of thought to is the different ways in which youth media can be used. I mean, I think that a great place to start is with youth, but I think a lot of these ideas are also transferable to adults. I guess that's it.
Great. And one more quick question. Who's here working in partnership with maybe any private sector folks, either as donors, volunteers, or partners in projects? I think we're really looking at a time in which public-private partnerships are going to be key to sustainability.
I think some things with the private sector I would like to point out is the partnership with, for example, the Geek Squad coming in for some classes to teach participants, internet safety and different things like that. And, the overall need of, for example, with the different classes we have, like volunteers from even, having that human capital, volunteers coming from the private sector to kind of give their expertise to the classes and different things. Participants will definitely benefit from.
How about you, Bill, with your program?
Before the BTOP grants, and I should clarify that we're not the only recipient of those 3 grants. We're partners with other recipients of those grants. But before that, almost all of our funding was private sector funding, either from individuals or from foundations. So in terms of partnerships, we've had great success with our software designers. Those are for-profit firms that we're able to get content that's put on our machines, content that doesn't require broadband access. We've also had good luck with, just because of BTOP, with ISPs, private ISPs, that are willing to work with us to be able to provide our families with affordable broadband access. So those are the examples.
Great.
Can I just actually mention one more thing too? I think that this connection to private, either foundation or corporation, corporate foundations and corporations themselves is so important. We can't develop content without startup funding. We can become sustainable with that content once we've got it made, but it really does take an extra shot of money to get the content made. And the other thing that we do is we don't develop content without talking to the employers of our participants eventually. We really require their input on the curriculum that we develop.